Namaste everyone, I am Ramyashri. Welcome to my channel Ashwin's Astrology. So going ahead with the 2025 year predictions. So next let's move on to Karkatak Rashi, Cancer sign. So for Cancer sign, from health perspective, this year could be a bit challenging because the start of the year you will have your own Yoga Karaka, Nicha and Vakra in your Rashi, which is not good. And Mangal will go back to Mithun Rashi, then come again to Karkatak Rashi, and on 3rd of April onwards, he will be spending some time in your own Rashi for almost 2 months. So because of which already you are facing a lot of health issues, and now onwards it will increase much more further. And let me tell you very frankly, unless and until you have any additional risk because of your lifestyle, then it could be much more problematic during this time. So you may suffer from any kind of acidity, indigestion, flu, or anything which arises out of because of your intake of food. So whatever you consume, you have to keep a check on that. So that is the main source which can actually cause you the disease this time. And any kind of pre-existing illness, definitely that needs a regular checkup also. And from May onwards, your health outlook usually will improve significantly. So till May you have to pay more and more attention. Next, let's go to education perspective. So from education perspective, it becomes particularly favorable after June 2025. So exceptional time for you will be post June itself. So you will get a lot of good opportunities, and the planetary influences also support that higher education is possible, and even in abroad also. So in whichever institution, in whichever country, if you are planning to have the higher education, that is possible, and luck will support you throughout the year. So that's why it's able to you will be able to crack the examination or get the scholarship, and it will be able to be done. And post May, because Jupiter aspects your own 6th house, so you'll be able to even clear any kind of examinations required as prerequisite to get into those institutions. So that's also possible. But success will always come for those who puts in more and more effort. So 200% of hard work and effort is required from your end to get this, because Shani would be alone in the 9th house post May. So he will not let Jupiter give you the complete results, easy results of only from the luck alone, unless and until you work hard. So working hard is very essential for you. So the amount of efforts you will put, it will increase the success also for you. So this is for the education sector. Yeah, also to note, if you are interested to proceed ahead with the spiritual education, or if you are planning for some any kind of Tirtha Yatra, that also is possible during this year. And next, let's go to career. So from career point of view, I see that there will be career improvement after June onwards, but because Shani is in your 9th house, it is very important to work hard, because Karka Rashi or Karka Lagna people have the tendency to be bit lazy actually, and because of Mangal in the Rashi, so it might make them, and they may not work hard to the extent they can be. So they have to give a lot of efforts there, and luck won't favor them so easily. Shani won't let it do so easily, and situation may become much more challenging when Shani turns retrograde in July. So that's why there's a significant amount of efforts which is very much required to meet your goals. And for career advancement as well, Jupiter, once it comes to your own Rashi, Karka Rashi, that's when you can hope for something. But until then you have to keep trying from your end, and that's when we can see. But for career wise, if you want to change, if you want to look for opportunities outside your workplace, then July 28th to September 13th is very favorable. But do remember, this year also success won't come easily to you, because the year starting only your Yoga Karaka was not in a good position, and he is your 10th lord. So until Mars becomes powerful or gains some amount of strength, that is somewhere June afterwards, and also from 28th July to what to say, 13th of September, again it would be little bit challenging phase for you. So you will have to look for job outside during this time period. So that's why for the whole year, I think unless and until you put in more and more efforts, you'll not be able to achieve, and certain times you would be disappointed also. But one thing I can see is that once Mars moves to Scorpio, that is after 27th of October, I can see major changes, and you might start receiving rewards for the hard work or efforts you have put in so far. So if you're someone who is working hard and is not lazy like the other fellow Cancerians, then definitely you will definitely get the results. So from career point of view, it is a good year and also not so good year also for Karkatak Rashi or Karkatak Lagna. So next, let's go ahead to finances. So for finance point of view, what happens is that till July you have a lot of challenges. So you have to be very, very careful in terms of how much you spend, and you have to keep a track of your expenses as well. And you have to eliminate any kind of unnecessary spending. So keeping a good track of the expenses and managing it efficiently and eliminating any kind of unnecessary spending, then it can help you to some extent. But you may experience the general feelings of financial constraints during this time period, because Mangal for the whole year will be transmitting 12-1-2. Even though he's a Yogarka, he's not in that good strength. And Jupiter will be in your 12th house post May, so you will see a long-term expenditures or certain expenditures for long term, or you might be buying a new house, new vehicle or something like that, because of which you might have to see your purse being khali also. So those things also you may see. So because of this, you might have financial constraints, and there will be financial obligations, and meeting those target also will be difficult. And most of times you might have started new ventures, and because of the financial constraint, you might have to leave those ventures also in between because of incomplete funding, because of certain limitations. And yeah, a lot of issues you will find in finances this year, unless and until you get someone like if your spouse supports you to fund to your business, to your ventures, then you won't find much problem. But even your spouse would be little cold like Saturn. While the entire year poses challenges in finances, but the things will slightly start improving post July. So, and once October onwards, I think you might see that okay, even your fortune also will start helping you post October. So there is some improvement, and but you will have the financial constraints, that is for sure. So next, let's go to love relations of a marital life. So this year is very good for long distance relations. So if anyone has their spouse at a very different place, or for some work commitments, definitely fine. But your own career commitments may create a physical distance between you and your spouse, or with you and your partner. And there could be some significant developments regarding your career which will affect your personal life as well. So you might have to travel abroad, and you might get a potential client project, because of which you will have to leave immediately, and because of Shani in the 9th house, so having that long distance travel. So it might happen post 28th of July. So, and during this time period, so relationship also with partners of different faith and community. If you are not yet married and if you're looking for a relationship, then even this is possible. Relation with different faith or community is also possible. Or if you are looking for direct marriage itself, so it may happen that you might get a good alliance from a person of a very far away location, completely disconnected to you from region and location. So that could happen. So, or it may happen in such a way that you might get married, and it will take some time for your spouse to shift to your place, or you only have to shift to your spouse's place. So because of which I can see a lot of distance in the relationship, because of 7 and 9 connection, and that too it is Shani's Rashi. So until Jupiter turns exalted in your Rashi post October, during October, till then I do foresee a lot of challenges in relationships. So you might have to show some amount of patience to maintain that. So overall seeing for Karkatak Rashi, so 2025 year could be an year of opportunities for you, but it all depends upon you actually. So if you have an ability to adapt to a new situation by being flexible, and if you have the willingness to commit by your own goals with complete 100%, not just 100%, but complete 200% of dedication, then your endeavors will definitely meet success. So this year is when you can actually turn the tables for yourself. So that was for Karkatak Rashi. Next, let's go to Simha Rashi. So for Simha Rashi natives, from health perspective, there are a lot of challenges awaiting them in this year. So be very prepared for any kind of possible flare-ups of existing medical conditions, potential surgical procedures between March to May, and both you and your spouse need increased health vigilance after March. So that's very much important, and regular checkups if employed, if deployed, then it would be really good, and extra care and preventive measures are also strongly advised. So complete health checkup for the whole year, if it is done regularly for you and your spouse, that is really good for you. And from educational prospects, I can say during this time you may see the education from the perspective. It is a very promising year. So for students of Simha Rashi natives, so any kind of career oriented courses if you have taken, so that can give exceptional results for you. And post May, you may see a lot of excellent educational opportunities knocking your door, and professional development and skill enhancement are highly favored during this time. And any kind of education remains will have a very strong focus throughout the year 2025 for you. Now let's talk about career and professional growth for Simha Rashi people. So from the career perspective, I can see that previous efforts will start reaping fruits for you. So you can expect some exciting developments in your professional life. So there could be some exceptional growth in career for AI or for tech professionals. And if you are into any non-technical profession, and also if you are planning to integrate AI and automate and transform the process project and all, or if you are into public sector and if you are trying to digitize the process in which the department in which you are working, then definitely that will give you exceptional and tremendous career growth. And obviously the creative automation ideas which you will employ, which you will deploy at work, will actually boost your performance also. So the next 3 years, actually even the year 2025 looks very favorable from career perspective if you are trying to innovate and do something better. But because of Shani in the 8th house and it is aspecting the 10th house, probably will get a very good opportunity outside also. If you are into private sector and is looking for a job change, so it may happen. And there is a double transit on 10th house which will happen from March to May. So these 3 months you might get a very good opportunity, or if there is a combination of losing job in your horoscope, it also may happen. Also note the business ventures which you have taken. So in Simha Rashi people, if people of business clan, if you have taken any new step and new risk also, you would be able to manage it, and I can see a very strong potential that it will turn out to be success as well. So though the 7th lord is in 8th house, you have to be a bit pretty careful once Saturn turns Vakri in July. So June and July, these 2 months seems to be a bit challenging for you. So if you can have a good talk with your partner, if it is a partnership business, or if you manage well with your employees, then definitely even business also will do really well this year. So career wise, I can see a really good time. Next, let's go to finances. So from finance point of view, I can say that post May, because Jupiter will come to your 11th house, I can see subsequent gains for the hard work you have put in so far. And till then, I can see a lot of changes in your career. So if you're Lord in a 10th house, that's a really good position. So Till May, I can see a lot of changes in career, favorable changes and a good growth. But finances wise, it will improve only post May, and post October, your long term investments will grow and your expenditure also will grow. But July to September, you have to be really careful because Mars will come to your second house, and September till September it will be there in Kanya Rashi, and Shani obviously it is in 8th house and it is Vakri. So any planet when it is in 8th house, it does cause problem. Shani there 8th house and also turning Vakri, not a good sign for him. Considering from getting the aspect of Mangal. So during this time you have to be really careful about your investment choices. So the crucial time is from July to September, and the whole year if I see from 2025 from the financial perspective, I can see a lot of mixed views there. Not such good results the way I said for career or for education. So like in health, I see a lot of finances going out, so a lot of expenditure is actually on cards for you because of Ketu also coming to your Rashi, and you might have to undergo a surgery if required. And because of the Mars Saturn alignment in a 2-8 axis, July to September, that's not good for your finances. You might lose out some money, or you might have to spend a lot for legal matters as well. And if you are, especially if you are into real estate, if you're dealing with real estate matters and all, and but you will have multiple money making opportunities throughout the year, but most of them you will be able to make, and most of them you will incur loss also. That's the biggest challenge for you in the year 2025. Despite of getting such amount of opportunities to make money because of Jupiter in 11th house, Saturn in 8th house will actually try to curb it down, and you may incur loss in many of the investments as well. So saving might be a bit difficult because of Saturn aspecting the second house, and Mangal will transit over the second house from July to September, almost 45-50 days, the natural transit of Mars. And it is an inimical sign to Mars, so he will not feel that good. And yeah, so because of all these reasons, and also from March to May, you have to be really careful. You might lose out on investments also. So if you have made any investments, please be careful from March to May. Because 8th house will have so much of planets, so either it can be for a very good transformation, you might get interest in spiritual learning and you might be drawn towards that, but it can also mean the other same. So just take care of your health, your finances, and be spiritual, be dharmic, then most of your problems would fade away. So for Simha Rashi natives, this was about finances. Now coming to relationship matters. So I would say that relationship also will go through a lot of turmoil because Shani, the 6th and 7th lord, will be in 8th house. The 7th house making connection with the 8th house, and though Jupiter is aspecting your 5th house, you will face a lot of relationship issues in the start of the year. And post September, the last part of the year, you will get an opportunity to reconcile with your spouse, with your partner. And that's why the existing relations would go through a very rough patch the whole year. So it's not good for relationships this whole year. And considering for marriage, it looks a very favorable time period. So you can get married, or if you want to go ahead with the new relation, definitely it's possible. But the marital life, the after marriage life, I can't assure you of filled with happiness because of Shani not being in such good position. Because of Jupiter in a very good position in 11th house, aspecting back the 5th house and also the 7th house, I can say that definitely you can take your relationship to a good extent and get married and have it. But that won't solve the problem, or that won't assure you of a happy marital life. Then to mention, if anyone is looking for a new relationship, new love, and there's a possibility it also may happen. But I would say a caution that for long term marital harmony, you might have to put in a lot of extra efforts to bring in that harmony in your lives. So overall saying for Simha Rashi natives, because Ketu would be coming to your Rashi on 18th of May, you will see a lot of changes in your life, a lot of ups and downs also in your life, because seventh lord is not doing well, and that's why Shani is, who is the sixth and seventh lord, will be moving to eighth house. So I would say that balancing the Ketu's position in your kundli is what will actually solve most of the matters for you. And I would say that being spiritual and being someone who will be detached of all the materialistic desires and aim only for the spiritual growth, these kind of things will actually help you to some extent. And letting go of any kind of revenge or revengeful thought, or focusing on channelizing the Rahu Ketu energies in the right way, in the right area, that also will help you. So that's why I did say that you have to take in the AI and tech help, because Rahu is that AI tech, and Ketu is for the coding back-end work also. And also work on finding a good balance between the materialistic as well as the spiritual life. That also will help you to a great extent. So this was for the Simha Rashi natives. I hope you understood. Next, let's go to Kanya Rashi, Virgo. For Kanya Rashi natives, the year 2025 will have two major changes. That is, they will be freed of the Rahu Ketu axis in 1/7, and Shani, who was in the 6th house, will come to 7th house, and that creates some problems for them, because he is both 5th and 6th lord. So being a Trikona lord coming to the Kendra is a good one, but a lot of planets aligning in the Meen Rashi between March to May definitely causes some kind of peculiar events in the life of Kanya Rashi natives. So for Virgo natives, what is from the health perspective, I would say the first quarter, or from until May, you require a very good amount of attention towards your health. So speaking from the health perspective, so for all the pre-existing illness or for any kind of health conditions, it is very much required to give utmost attention. And during the mid-year, July to September, I would say caution is required, and there could be a possibility of undergoing a serious medical treatment also from July to September. And post October, I don't see much problems. So gradually health also will improve with the time. So first 5 months and the next 3 months, you have to pay more attention to your health. You may experience any kind of health issues related to skin, that's dermatological disorders, muscles, nervous disorders, or related to digestive system, particularly intestinal health, and also on the liver perspective. So giving more and more weightage to these, because Jupiter is aspecting your 6th house, so it's not a problem. That is post May, but for the first 6 months you have to pay attention on all these stuffs. And because your 7th house will be heavily afflicted, so all matters does make a lot of importance for you. And next, seeing from the education perspective, success in educational pursuits requires a lot of exceptional dedication, with Saturn's influence on your Rashi, and also Jupiter's house change also will demand that it requires a lot of efforts also. And because Jupiter is aspecting your 6th house, so you will be successful in your endeavors, but only after a lot of efforts, because by the time Jupiter moves to the 10th house, Mithun Rashi, and aspects your 6th house, by the time Shani would have turned Vakri and would be giving the results of 6th house. So there is a double transit on your 6th house, which is very good for your career. But from the health point of view, you have to pay more attention to it. So the first 6 months, your priority would be health. March to May would be very critical period for the educational opportunities. So if you want to go with any higher education in abroad also, that's possible. But I can see a more amount of potential time post May for higher education. And scholarship possibilities are also there within the country where you are staying. And also you might even see or even look for new educational pathways also. New kind of opportunities also might come into your notice, and you might try to look for that also. And let me say, achievement of the desired results which you are having in your mind require 200% of efforts. Because of Shani aspecting your Rashi, you won't get the things so easily, and Shani is aspecting 9th house also. So there is a kind of a double transit, so it won't happen so easily. So during this time period, you have to work even more harder and even more sharper than you have been doing so far. Next, coming to career and professional development. So career trajectory this year shows a very positive momentum. So I can see that in the latter half of the year, you will have a lot of improvement. That is, any kind of resolution of the existing workplace challenges that will take place. And I can see a potential for career advancement with proper financial benefits by the year end, and recognition and reward. Rewards post October is what I can see here. So once Jupiter moves to Karkatak Rashi, which is the 11th house for you, I can see a lot of recognition and rewards to you post September. From October to December is when I can actually see that. And yeah, career wise, I can see a very positive momentum throughout the year. So many things might get resolved because of the Jupiter's presence. So yeah, that's it. Next, coming to finances. So from finance perspective, I can say there's a moderate kind of stability with some kind of improved management. And October to December, you have to be a little bit careful, because once Mars comes to Scorpio, it is fine. But before that, somewhere I think 13th of September to October 27th, when Mars is in Libra, you have to be highly cautious on your spendings and also on savings. So you might end up spending money for unnecessary stuff also, which you have to avoid. And I would say that there are certain positive influences also. That is, Jupiter would be aspecting Mars in second house, so he can help you to curb that, but cannot guarantee that it will happen. And Jupiter's aspect on second house post May will actually do wonders for you. You will be able to increase your savings, but again, September 13 to October 27, due to poor financial management, the main two influences, the positive influences I can see during this time is that Jupiter being in the 10th house from May to September will aspect your second house. And from September, post September, Jupiter will come be in Karkatak Rashi, and will, which is its 11th house. So that also aspects the 5th house. So because of Jupiter's influence on the Dhan Bhavas, post May, I can see a lot of good development from finance point of view. But till then, you might have to be a little bit careful about spending. So cutting down, eliminating any kind of unnecessary spending will actually come to your help. And from the cautionary perspective, I would say that Rahu Ketu being in 6-12 axis, so you might end up spending something just for the show off also, that you have to curb. And yeah, that's one thing in finances I would definitely like to mention. Next, coming to relationship, the positioning of the 5th Lord Saturn in the 7th house in a watery sign, it indicates that there will be some significant relationship developments, and emotionally you might be inclined towards most of them as well. And I can say that potential disengagement from the marital relations also may cause some kind of troubles for you, because of 7th Lord in 10th 11th is good, but Saturn in 7th house is not a good sign. But during this time, it would be really good to start any new relationships as well. And this is a kind of a period of solitude and emotional isolation also for you, because of Saturn in 7th house. Because Saturn is a lonely planet, and it usually tries to isolate the person, so that may happen. And Ketu in the 12th house, so somewhat kind of detached person also you would be. So you may not feel to be among the people, so that also may happen for you. So I would recommend that engage in yourself in some productive activities where you will be always busy 24/7. And this kind of schedule can help you mitigate the feelings of the loneliness, and also it might actually solve to some extent the emotional challenges which you might have with your spouse as well. So this was for Kanya Rashi natives. So strategically speaking, I would recommend certain things for you. That is, implementing a good health routine can help you to identify the critical issues at the early stages, and also maintaining a good kind of a discipline of putting 100 to 200% efforts in each and every matter. That also will help you. So prepare for a good career advancement opportunities also in this year. And yeah, that's it. Good luck.